I'm a real competitor, and I know he has a lot of good balls and deep balls, and watching him last year from where I was at, I watched him make a lot of good throws, and my thought was coming to this: if I get him to throw at me more, then it make both of us better because I'm gonna play a lot of his balls, and he gonna throw a lot of good ones, and me and him just be going at it. His locker not too far from mine, so I walk by, get a quick comment, and keep pushing.
That keeps them throwing it your way.
Oh yes, man. And I love the competition. I want to get better just as much as he want to get better.
We just talked to Charleston Rambo.
Mm-hmm.
He told us you guys are roommates.
Yes, ma'am.
So I know when you were at Georgia, you were talking about you wanted to play on the outside more.
Mm-hmm.
You were to get the opportunity. What's it been like here? Have you been getting that opportunity? What's this whole team like compared to Georgia?
When I first got here, the biggest question was, are you, the weight-wise, to play outside? And, lately I've been just showing them that, weight doesn't matter and my weight isn't a problem. And I'm actually getting the chance, to play outside here and actually, play a little nickel as what I played last year, sticking to that role. But with this team, it's a lot of competitors, and I knew how it was going to be because, Miami, we compete a lot. And everybody on this team just got a good, mindset, and we all want the same goal, and we all competing for it.
What's your weight?
210 right now.
210?
Yeah.
Rambo gives them another threat. They needed someone to along with Mike Harley. And Mike talked at ACC kickoff about how difficult it's going to be now for DBs to make a choice of covering one or the other. You have double team one, there's someone else is open. As a DB, do you see how opposing DBs will have that issue with Mike and with Charleston, and how good do you think they can be in what Charleston has?
Yeah, I think all our receivers improved a lot, and with the addition of Rambo, it kind of does what Mike says. Like, Mike brings his own threat, and you gotta respect Mike and his game, and not add Rambo. It does add more of a threat because Rambo could take the top off too, and Mike Harley could take the top off too. So you gotta respect both of them. So I feel like as an opposing DB, you have to come wisely and come with your A game.
Tyrique, wanted to ask you about the young receivers as well. You talked about two of the veterans.
Mm-hmm.
What has Keyshawn Smith shown you? What's his skill that could make him special here? And Mike Redding and Restrepo, anything on each of those?
Restrepo is very talented in my eyes, and as far as everybody can see, Restrepo is that guy who we call him. We show a presentation where a fox is jumping into some snow, and that's because Restrepo, because he leave his feet, and he's the only receiver I know that actually puts that much effort. He doesn't wear no gloves, so he's a great receiver in my eyes. And Mike Redding might not be the fastest, but might still give you a work for your money. I love going up against Mike. I actually worked out with him when I first got here, so he's big and strong too. So it's a big battle that I love going against him. And Keyshawn, my first impression with him was he could take the top off. He has nice releases, and if you let him stack you, he will take the top off. And I'm always on my A game with him.
Tyrique, how happy are you to be home?
I'm very happy. I'm very happy.
Family.
Yeah, I'm very happy, being close to my family. I go see my mom and my sisters, a lot, and I spend time with them. And it just feels good being back in this weather.
And the culture here compared to at University of Georgia, just the feel of this program and stuff.
It is definitely home. It's more home than how it was up there. And only reason I say it's more home because, I signed with that class, and we kind of built the brotherhood that I hold to this day. But being back home is a great feeling.
Tyrique asked you about playing an SEC school like Alabama. What's the physicality, speed, the difference? They ask you about that, and I guess what's the response to them if they do ask you?
I feel like no matter where you at, you got to play ball. You can have any name, but you still have to step on the field and play a whole 4 quarters. So it really ain't no difference because we got the same talent here that we had at Georgia. It's not saying equally, but just as any position go, we got DBs, they got DBs. You feel me? So I feel like we got a great chance.
But you saw
The corners that you guys have that are experienced with DJ and how he's ready and Corey. The four of you guys seem to be a little bit different. You guys bring different skill sets. Can you speak on that? Maybe what that brings to a defense?
Yeah, me, TC, DJ, and a lot of corners are different. I would call myself, the bigger corner, the more physical one, because I do enjoy the contact. It's nothing about that. And DJ, I would say, is the most smoothest corner we got. He come out his breaks a little bit better, and he has good IQ also. And TC is just the quickest out of us all.
Did you say you were working some in the slot?
Yeah, in some packages, just how I was at Georgia, might as well keep the same role and play a little bit of nickel here.
But so you're going to do both? You're going to do both, you're saying?
Majority corner, but in some packages, I might slide in the box and go to nickel.
Yeah, I also wanted to ask you about Alabama. I mean, you did play them last year. I know you played in the game, but you didn't start in that game, right?
No, I came in on my traditional role as, the money linebacker and contributed some.
But that could not have been a good experience last year.
You take, as my grandma always says, you can't win them all. And, I took that as a loss, but I also took that as a lesson. And, I want to come back, around this time and actually, have a better effect to the game that I did last year.
Did it help you playing them? I mean, even though it's a different team, I understand that, but are there some similarities?
It's a lot of similarities, I feel like I got to kind of jump because I watched film 2 years in a row on them, and we'll be opening up with them, so it's kind of still fresh.
Last question for Tyrique.
Ed Reed, and just, I know I saw him here today.
Yeah.
Any advice he's given you that you locked that in?
Not yet. He just got here today, so my first thing is I walked up to him and was like, man, you need to start having a lot of more conversations, and that's probably about it, just for the first day of him being back.